Hey guys, thanks for tuning into another tips and tricks Dead by Daylight video. In this one, this is going to be against the Clown on Glenvale. Full disclosure, the Clown, based on how he looped me, based on what he kind of did the whole match, wasn't very good. But that doesn't mean you can't learn things, and that doesn't mean you can't understand why I made the choices that I made when I was looping the ever-living Christ out of this Clown. So let's start here. You can see he's breaking this pallet, right? So right now, he knows this gen is getting worked on, right? He either hears it or he sees me. So he's going to come up these stairs. First thing that I have to do is I got to bait him up these stairs. I got to bait him up these stairs so that he's up here, and the only thing that he can do is fall through this hole, right? So I'm baiting him up the stairs right now. He takes my bait. I fall down. Sprint burst ends up being really clutch.
Okay.
So right now, I come into the saloon, right? Take notes. As soon as you come into the saloon, through whatever entrance you come in through, take notes. We see this window is open. Very important. We see this door is open. Very important. Obviously, the front door is open as well. Usually, when I come in through the back entrance like I am right here, what I like to do is I like to loop back up these stairs, right? So if you make a U-turn and the killer does a basic attack around here, and you hug this wall on this side of the stairs over here, the killer very rarely hits you unless there's a major connection difference or your server connection blows. The killer's basically either going to miss and whiff or he's going to hit the stairs. So here I make the U-turn. I kitty corner. You see how close I am to this wall? Very important. Again, I see this door is closed. He hasn't busted through it. And I see this window is open. So this window is what I'm going to go for, right? I could probably make another U-turn and go down here, down this hallway, but I choose to go through this window.
Come down.
Trying to do a fast vault.
Slow vault rip.
And I do slow vault. He turns out to be very, very far behind me. So at this point, you take a note, right? I am a staircase separated from him. So I got some room to play with. We're going up these stairs.
This is the dead end.
This is literally an RIP room. If you go into here without this door busted or that door busted on the back, this is literally, there's nothing going on in this room, so you're gonna die. Here I notice this door is open. And I also, after the fact, say I should have gone through it.
I should have went in there.
Because now, as I take a look back,
I should have went in.
he's a little bit closer to me than a full length of stairs, right? So he's caught up a little. He's caught up. So at this point, if I was to fall down through the railing, he would have a really good chance of falling down, using his basic, and getting me down, right? Because I'm one shot. So instead, I go through this one. Also, very important to notice, I go through this window that's open above the main entrance, right?
Slow vault rip. Nope.
He actually swings. You hear him swing and try to get through the window. So he was really close. He was actually really close. He wasn't a very good clown, but he's very close, right? So at this point, he's going to think I'm going to leave this loop, I guess, because the only way that's explainable, his movement later is explainable, is the fact that he thought that. So he thinks I'm outside. I'm not. I'm right on that loop, the same exact loop. Don't break it if it's don't fix it if it's not broken, I should say, excuse me. If it's not broken, don't mess around with it, right? So I'm just going to do him again, right? He went out. He dropped down through the railing. He didn't want to go through this window. He dropped down through the railing. He probably went onto the street to see if I was there. He didn't see me. So now we're basically back in the exact same loop scenario, except now I got even more distance between me and him. Look at that. I got an entire first floor and I got an entire staircase, right?
You guessed her wrong, buddy boy.
It's me commenting on him guessing wrong, right? So now, same screen grab from before. And this is where you can kind of get a second opinion through watching your loops all over again on whether you are successful with your loop. There is more distance between him and I than there was through the first go around, right? Through the first go around, he was already there. He was on the other side of the window. Through this go around, he's barely coming out, right? So I do a 360, make sure that he actually comes out. Still a dead end. So this is the part where I say, okay, I can't go through that window again. He's gonna know what I'm gonna do, right? If I go through that window above the main entrance again, what's going to happen is he's going to predict that because he's going to say, this guy's an idiot, he's doing the exact same thing. I'm going to fall down earlier, probably use either this railing or this railing, and fall down and then hit me as soon as I come down on the other side of that window, right? So by the time I'm falling on the other side of the window, because I know I can't get a fast vault, and he knows I can't get a fast vault without taking a really wide turn, he's going to fall down, use his no stun, because he's a killer. He's going to use his no stun, and he's going to hit me, and I'm going to go down, right? So at this point, 1 gen is popped. So this is where I decide to use that thing that I noticed earlier, right? So I turn into the saloon. He throws a bottle right behind me. He misses. I see that my window is bamboozled, right? I see that it's bamboozled. It's either bamboozled or it's the thing where the entity blocks it if I go through it too fast, too many times. So in either case, right? Full disclosure, I did not see it unblock. He has a better view of it because he's behind me over here. I did not see it unblock. I have completely taken this window out. Once it was blocked, I've completely removed it from my list of possibilities, right? There's no way I'm going through that window again. He thinks I am. So he throws a bottle at that window. I'm not. I noticed this window is open on my first go around, and this is the window I'm going through. You can see he threw the bottle at that window. This is also really important, right? What I'm facing this direction, right? What does he think is going to happen, right? He's not going to want to go through this window. He's going to want to cut me off either to his right or to his left. Correct? Correct. So this is also a big brain energy move. Lunge, or I should say vault, over the window. Fake left, and then go right. As soon as you fake left and your body's not visible, this is exactly what I talked about inside my clown video. If you haven't seen it in the tips and tricks playlist on my page, go watch it. This is exactly the same thing. This is literally juking, right? So I juked him to thinking that when he goes to his right and goes out the front door here, he's going to actually get me down, which is not the case. So at this point, I don't even know how close he is to me. Like, I don't no idea, right? Chases in DBD are half about not getting hit by the killer and half about keeping the killer on your ass, whether by mind games or whether by a really compelling chase that they want to be a part of or they hate you or whatever. So at this point, I realized I don't know where he's at. If he was a better killer, he'd be somewhat close to me. I'd hear him, you know, behind me. So I'm going to loop. Again, I'm going to vault over this thing. Because that's going to give him a notification, and that's going to, again, because I had just had a gen pop, right? I just had a gen pop right now. Right? Gen pop right now. So he knows for 2 gens I've been looping him. He knows that he doesn't have much time left, right? So we vault, we juke. At this point, I go, I need to get him to commit onto me. I need to give my teammates even more time to do gens. So I need him to commit. So I vault again. He sees or hears the notification, sees the notification. He's after me again. He's actually pretty close to me at this point. I see him over my left. Here, he is much, much, much too close to me. I notice it. Look at that. Look at how close he is. He's less than a staircase away from me. So this is basically the same scenario I had when I went through the window on top of the main door of the saloon, except in this case, we're not even close to there. The only window I have is this window, or I have the staircase, right? I have that door upstairs, up and to the right again, but there's nothing there, right? There's nothing to vault over. There's a railing that I can fall through onto the stairs, but there's really nothing to keep him from hitting me, right? So I take a chance. I go through the opening. Very, very important to remember that the killer has no stun when they jump, whereas you do.
This is gonna be my rip here.
Stunned. As soon as I realize where I am, you need to block, basically. As soon as you fall and you're stunned, during your stun, you need to put yourself in the best position to succeed. My best position to succeed, given that he's thirsty AF for my ass, he's gonna fall down. If I'm behind this railing, what he's going to do is he's going to fall down 180, and as he's 180ing, he doesn't have much time. As he's 180ing, he's going to be launching his basic or his lunge attack, right? So I need to be behind this railing. I need this railing to be my guide here. I need this railing to save the day. And it does. You can hear him hit the railing. You can literally hear him hit the railing. Yep, hits the railing. At this point, my lineup isn't great. So he's a basic attack, so he doesn't get that big of a cooldown. So he goes around back here. He goes around up the stairs, and he tries to hit me again. I don't have a good lineup, so I end up slow vaulting.
Mind.
But he, and that's me, you know, having a lot of fun with it because I've looped this guy for 2 gens and 4 or 5 vaults all over the saloon, and he has no bottles left. He's completely empty of bottles, and at this point, it would be in his best interest to get rid of me, meaning to get away from the loop, right? And I know that, and he knows that.
He's so mad, bro. I've been fucking looping him for like an hour, dude.
So he does his bottles again,
Oh my god, dude.
and he leaves, right? So at this point, the loop is over, and I've successfully looped the clown for all of his bottles and 5 gens. The bottles get reloaded, or 2 gens. The bottles get reloaded, the gens never come back. So this was probably a really, if you have the same architecture or infrastructure of the saloon itself, this is an amazing loop to implement. So go through the video, remember kind of the choices that I made, try to implement some of it in your chases and your loops, especially on Glenvale, and let me know how it works out. Stay tuned for more videos like this, and I'll see y'all later, fam.